Fall is finally here. The weather is cooling down and the pumpkin-flavored foods are trending once again. Today I'll be making brown butter pumpkin oatmeal cookies. The soft, inner texture of the rolled oats, along with the warm aroma of the pumpkin spice, brings out the best of the flavors this time of year. For the cookie dough, you're going to need 1 2/3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of rolled oats, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of store-bought or homemade pumpkin pie spice, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 2/3 cups of brown sugar, 1 cup of unsalted butter cut in slices, 1 egg yolk at room temperature, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1 1/4 cups of pumpkin puree. For the brown butter icing, you'll need 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, 1 1/2 cups of sifted confectioner's sugar, 3 tablespoons of milk, and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. To start off, line a medium bowl with 2 paper towels to blot the pumpkin puree. Using another paper towel, press on the puree to get the excess moisture out. Next, heat up a saucepan on medium heat to brown the butter. If making the icing, you can brown all the butter at once and use about a cup for the cookie dough and the rest for icing. Melt the butter, stirring or whisking constantly. Once melted, the butter will begin to foam. Be patient and keep stirring for about 5 to 8 minutes or until it's brown. Here's the tip. Tilt the saucepan as you whisk faster. That way you can see the color underneath the foamy bubbles. As you can see here, the bottom of the saucepan will have brown specks that bring the nutty aroma. Make sure you pour all of it into the bowl. In another medium bowl, whisk the oats, flour, baking soda, salt, cinnamon, and pumpkin pie spice together. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and line 2 large baking sheets with parchment paper. In a large bowl, combine the slightly cooled brown butter, granulated sugar, brown sugar, egg yolk, and vanilla. Lastly, add the blotted pumpkin puree. Then, add the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. I did this in 2 batches to make it easier to mix. Feel free to add chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, or nuts. Using a medium cookie scoop, scoop cookie dough into balls and place them 3 inches apart. I ended up making exactly 24, which fit 12 on each pan. Slightly flatten the ball out to a desired shape. Bake for 14 to 15 minutes and remove from the oven to cool for 10 minutes before icing. To make the icing, mix the remaining brown butter with the confectioner's sugar, milk, and vanilla. Top it onto the cookie and then add a little garnish by sprinkling extra pumpkin pie spice. I would rate these cookies a 10 out of 10. Even though I usually don't like desserts being too sweet, the icing didn't turn out to be too sweet for me.